Hello everyone, happy Thursday. So as you can see, I've been working more on the drawing I started in yesterday's video, and I've kept up working with two hands at once. It's so much fun. It is really cool, and then when I started coloring in their skin, that was really fun too. I'm going to do more of these. Probably the next time I do one, I'll already have the figures drawn and then show you how it looks when I'm coloring in their skin tone. The only time I wasn't using both hands at once was when I was putting the darkest orange in. Other than that, it's all both my right hand and my left hand, so it's really cool. I've decided I'm going to try to add a background. I'm just playing around with this drawing. I really like it, but I also don't want them to be floating figures, so that's going to be today's video. Also giving me some practice with perspective, because holy moly, that's not one of my strong suits either. So, and you know what? I had forgotten about these markers, which is funny because they're right here. They're right next to my drawing board, and I had forgotten all about them. So her hair is actually colored pencils, and I thought I'd rather have used a different color on her hair. And I thought, oh, my markers are so limited because I've been focused on trying to use up those Crayola markers that I've had for so long. I could have used these. It's okay. So the background's just kind of... I have them outside. I don't know how committed I really am to the background, but I just try not to have a floating figure. Yeah. So I'll give them a couple steps. There. Maybe a couple of stones for them to sit on. This really looks like nothing at the moment. Can you even see that on the camera? Alright. Oh, I should probably keep the yellow because that's the one you're able to see. Thinking out loud. Right. That one's no good. Okay. Try some different colors. Some of these markers I've forgotten are getting low on I've forgotten which colors are getting low on ink. And the colors that are getting low on ink are actually pretty hard for you to see on here. So I'll figure it out. You know those big paver stones? It's supposed to kind of be... That's the idea here on what I was going for. But the markers are turning on me because I've forgotten about them. Pick another color, kid. The difficult part, too, is learning how to get the pens to go in different directions. Kind of like, you remember when you're a kid and you try to pat your head and rub your belly at the same time? That. But it was neat when I was working on this because I was getting them to go like that. So one's going horizontal, one's going vertical. That was good practice. It's gonna be like, what is she doing? I'm really proud of how those figures turned out, though. I love them. Just clearly being very loose with them right now. Okay. Sorry, getting more pens. It's my arm. Okay. One hand can't hold a ruler either when you do both hands. I already have a difficult time drawing a straight line without one. Sometimes I have a hard time drawing a straight line with a ruler. Go figure. Are these even showing up on camera? It's kind of a bummer if they weren't. Yeah, I think next time I do these, because I'm going to keep up with this practice, I will have to have more of the, instead of doing the gesture stages, it'll be more like what I had done with the figure today, so that way it doesn't look like such an odd mess to people watching it. But there are definitely going to be more of these pieces, so I really enjoy working with them. And I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. When you try to draw with, when you start drawing with both hands, for me it's like waking up, I think, because it's something new, and it's exciting too. Yeah, that really light green doesn't show up so well for you, does it? And it's exciting to see a new skill develop, and it's also just exciting to do. It's like, oh wow. And I think sometimes when you're working on your craft, whatever medium you work with in your art, it sometimes start to take it too seriously, and you don't always remember the fun, having fun in the, you know, and the wonder of it. So to shake it up with something new like this, or my left hand too, when I was just doing the left-handed practice, it's a really neat thing. And it's a different style too. To always see your work in the same style, it's good to have consistency so that your art is recognizable. But then sometimes, you know, it's like when you try a different look in your physical appearance too. It's good to see something different with yourself sometimes. Sorry, I'm moving the camera a little bit. It's with the amount of space that I have, it can be difficult to get the larger, it is difficult rather, to get the larger pieces in. I know one time I was going to do a painting for a video that I think was, I want to say it's 18 by 26 or something like that, somewhere around there. But I just could not make it work in the space that I have with getting it all on camera. So with the 11 by 17 art, sometimes I've got to adjust it so I can still share it with y'all. This is so neat. And precision will come with practice on these, I know. Yeah, it's thundering again. We're getting more storms. It's pretty cool. I don't mind. Okay. I get caught up in picking out colors. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be an audience today. I don't think I got that perspective right. Perspective is so tricky for me. I wish the other browns I had were... I know it's really scribbly. Although I kind of like it. I kind of like the cartoony background and them with them being so... I don't know what word it is. Clean lines for them and then kind of... like they're in their own world. Maybe they're dreaming because they're such precise figures and this is just so cartoony. Who knows? Oh, I knocked something over. I'm gonna move this so you might hear like a dragging noise. I need some markers with broader tips. Oh, you know what I saw today? Faber-Castell makes these, they call them watercolor markers, and they're dual tip. So there's a brush tip marker on one end, and then like I don't know if you use Prismacolor markers, but you know the smaller end on them. It's a fine point, but not really like this kind of fine point, you know? I thought those would be so much fun to work with, so those are on my list of, my wish list, I think, for art supplies I really want. And it came in a really big set, at least the one that I saw advertised. Look at all the colors. I think I'll work on this some more off camera as well. And then share with you what I have in the next video, or maybe on the weekend when I do one of those art chats that I seem to be so fond of. I'm gonna run a little bit longer than 15 today, just because I'm getting a really big kick out of doing these, working on this, and I'd like to show you at least something that's doesn't look quite as scribbly as what I did for most of the video. So maybe I'd get this bush done or something, or add, at least stop adding leaves and add some flowers or something before I video do. part of it for me seems to also be getting more comfortable with different shapes. And seeing how the pens relate to each other while working on those shapes. And then I'm sure once I get used to moving the pens like that, that's when it's going to click and I'll be a lot better. It seems to be difficult to make sense with when I'm talking and using both hands at once. Sorry about that. I'd probably call this one at 20. So that's going to give me only a few more minutes to, if I start adding the flowers to the bush before I end the video. Oh. I'm also thinking of getting an Etsy. If I do that, I'll announce it here as well. But what I plan to do is sell some of my original illustrations on there, and then maybe some jewelry and things I sew. But I need to clear out my portfolio a bit. There's so much artwork that if someone liked it and wanted to bring it into their home instead of it just, hiding in the dark in my portfolio, people would enjoy it. I'd much rather people were able to enjoy my work. So I'm going to work on that some more. The shrubbery. Just remembered that. I love Monty Python and the Holy Grail. One of my favorite movies. So let's see. Maybe add a couple flowers on there, right? I'd like to color them in as I go with one line, but to figure out how to get my hands to move around each other for that doesn't seem to be going that well. Not yet anyway. It will, the more practice. I don't know what kind of flowers those are supposed to be. Just happy flowers. No happy trees though. Alright, I'm going to keep playing around with this, and then I'll share it with you once I've completed it. Probably in one of my weekend art chats or something. And as always, thank you so much for choosing to spend your time watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. Anything you have to say, questions, comments, critiques, advice, just want to say hi, feel free to leave it in the comments below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. That would be really awesome. And also, if you like my videos, you know anyone else who would like them, feel free to share them on your social media pages. I would really appreciate that as well. So I hope the week's being good to you. Tomorrow's Friday. Yay! And I will be back here with another video then. So take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!